Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. Alien Romulus. Finally, we have our first trailer. It's really just a teaser trailer, and admittingly, it doesn't show off a whole lot, which is a good thing. And full disclosure, this is not a reaction to the trailer necessarily, because I've already seen the trailer. In fact, I've seen it twice. We're going to watch it again just because it's been a couple of days. I'm a little bit late to the party, but I wanted to get my thoughts together and figure out exactly what I wanted to talk about. Now, there's a lot of rumors surrounding this movie as to exactly what the plot is going to focus on. One of the crazy rumors, which I'm not going to elaborate too much on, is that it's the big chap. I've heard that from a couple of people. And I also heard rumors that, and I'm pretty sure this is mostly confirmed, that it's going to be, taking place, in terms of it being canon with Alien Isolation. I don't think it's going to rely too heavily on Alien Isolation. I think we got to consider that this community really loves that game. And I've played it a million times. Most of you have probably played it a million times. But our community is pretty small. I don't think the big old wide world out there knows a whole lot about Alien Isolation, let alone what it is in the first place. So I'm not expecting to see Amanda Ripley. I'm not expecting to see a whole lot of anything related to Alien Isolation other than some Easter eggs and loose ties to the game. But with that being said, let's put on my flashing Halo headphones and let's take a look at Alien Romulus, finally. And here we go.
Run.
August 16th, this year. So, I have a lot to say about this trailer, and I don't really know where to begin. Let me talk a little bit more about the Alien Isolation stuff, because I know people have been buzzing about it. There are a lot of shots in this trailer that are pretty much the spitting image of Isolation, of what you see on Sevastopol Station. That's a good thing for guys like me who love that game. I said this earlier in the video, I've played it a billion times. I think it's the best game from this franchise, from the Alien franchise, and from the Predator franchise. I don't think anything can top Alien Isolation. Even if they do a sequel, I don't think it'll ever be as good as what we have now. But yeah, there's a lot of shots in here where it's just straight out of Isolation. I love that. Again, I don't think we're going to get too much of a connection to the game, other than Easter eggs, aesthetics, stuff like that. Don't expect Amanda Ripley to show up, or or Samuels or anything like that. It's just heavily inspired by the game, which is great. Another thing that popped out at me was a scene in the trailer, which, if you've played Aliens Dark Descent, you'll instantly recognize it, which is a flurry of face-huggers, CGI face-huggers, just scurrying out and attacking everybody. If you played Aliens Dark Descent, the role-playing game from last year, or the real-time strategy game from last year, you'll recognize that from one of the cutscenes. But I was a little surprised to see that, because obviously with this trailer, with this movie, it's heavily promoted as a horror movie, right? We're not getting aliens, we're getting Alien, right? Obviously it's very much like the 1979 movie. I hope it's not going to have an identity crisis, and I don't think it will, but I hope it's not, where we don't really know if we're trying to be horror or if we're trying to be action. I think it's mostly going to be horror, but I was just a little surprised to see that kind of shot in the trailer in the middle of what is kind of a psychological thriller theme that they put to it. But yeah, I love the music. By the way, if you're an Alien fan, you'll immediately recognize the music. The cast, I'm really happy with the cast because it's believable. I'm so happy, especially now that it's under Disney, that we're not hiring Marvel superstars to play any of these characters. We're sticking to tradition. We're not throwing... I don't want to name any celebrity names because I'm just going to get hate for it, but I'm just so sick of all these superstar celebrities appearing in everything. It just makes every other movie more and more less believable. So I'm happy with the cast. I'm glad I can't recognize anybody. Some of you may recognize some of the cast. I don't, which is great for me. It makes it a heck of a lot more believable. I'm not too familiar with the director's work, admittedly. I don't know a whole lot about him. I know he did Don't Breathe, and that was a really popular one, and Evil Dead as well, but more so Don't Breathe. That's become kind of it has sort of a cult following the last couple of years, I think. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. The aesthetics are great. Aside from it looking exactly like Alien Isolation, which I love, it's got a lot of 1979 stuff in it. But yeah, the cool part is that towards the end of the trailer, right before the xenomorph is revealed, we see what is, I believe, our main protagonist carrying something that looks an awful lot like the M41A pulse rifle, or at least a variant of it, because it doesn't look exactly like the one from Aliens. So you are getting some stuff from Aliens. From what we've heard, this sort of bridges the gap between Alien and Aliens. Others have said no, others have said yes. Pretty much the director is... What I like is that the director is really keeping everything on the down low. He doesn't want you to know too much. And that's what I love about this trailer, is it's not showing us too much of anything. Here's a great example. On the toy show, we just watched the trailer for the new Crow remake, which I'm not a fan of, but it's like a 3-minute trailer and it recaps the entire movie. I don't even need to watch it anymore. I've basically seen it by watching the trailer. And I think this is also what plagued Prey from 2022, was that I wasn't really surprised at anything in the movie because I thought I saw the entire movie in the trailer, because I essentially did. So it's great that this is just really, really secretive, and I like that. Now, obviously the xenomorph herself is shown very briefly at the end. You really only see the mouth, the teeth, the inner mouth. And again, everybody has been saying that this is the big chap. I don't know if it's the big chap. It's got the silver teeth. The front of the face is pretty much a spitting image of it. But I don't know, obviously the big chap at the end of Alien was blown out the airlock and is currently perhaps floating in space, maybe? I mean, didn't we kind of see her get incinerated by the ship's, whatever it was, engines or whatever? It's sort of unclear, but it may be the big chap, or it could just be another alien. Others have told me that this is probably a similar design from Isolation, given that the whole movie is really based off of it. Maybe, the xenomorph in Isolation, or xenomorphs, they all had the bent back legs, sort of like the aliens from Arrival. This might be it. I don't know. Will there be more than one xenomorph? Probably. We just saw a million facehuggers. I was talking to a friend, and we were kind of throwing around ideas of what they could do if they did reveal the big chap. And by the way, I don't think what I'm about to say is gonna happen. This is just coming from like a ultra fan who wishes for just such obscure things from these movies. But if it is the big chap, wouldn't it finally be time to reveal why it has such high intelligence? Out of all the Alien movies, the big chap is the only one that's really, really smart. There have been rumors or ideas in terms of the lore being thrown around the last many years that the big chap is somehow related to the Queen, because of the comics and stuff. And could we theoretically explore that in this movie? Well, theoretically we could, but we're probably not. But I have no complaints whatsoever. This is one of those trailers where I really don't have any complaints at all. I don't have anything to bitch about. It's all looking really, really good. Again, the CGI face huggers, I was a little over the top for the quick second that we got them, but it's still pretty cool to see. Cast is perfectly great, and that's really it. There was one shot in the trailer, I'm looking at it now, where we see an explosion happening, I think on the station, with a little ship kind of floating around it. That, I don't think it is, but it really, really looked practical. I remember watching that the first time around thinking, wow, that really doesn't look AAA Hollywood like you would see nowadays. And I'm happy about that. I'm glad it's not over the top. It looks very believable. I really like that part of the trailer. But of course, there was this really, really gross shot, which we haven't gotten before in previous Alien movies or games. I'm pretty sure we've seen it in the comics, but it's that shot of a face hugger in detail, impregnating an individual. We saw this a little bit in Prometheus with the engineer and the trilobite creature, but to see it here is a little weird. That being said, I'm glad it's there, because you can't have a true horror alien movie without I guess a shocking scene, right? We had the chest burster in Alien, and we had the C-section in Prometheus. And you can argue we had the backburster scene in Covenant, but I don't think that was as hardcore as those other two. And I think this might be something along those lines. I don't know, but we need one of those shocker scenes. Oh God, I just clicked on it. Yeah, I feel sorry for whichever actress had to film that. Gosh, there's this another shot in the trailer that I loved where it looks like these two characters are running through the med bay from Alien Isolation. Those long, circular, or round circular hallways. Man, I love that shot. I don't think it's actually a med bay. I think it's just a hallway, but it really looks like it. It really does. Yeah. But I think that's honestly, at the moment, until I do a shot-by-shot thing, that's all I have to say. I love the beginning of the trailer, by the way, where it's showing the director's work in those hallways with all those vents surrounding it, just like from 79. I love that. Yeah, I love that. But, and apparently Ridley Scott and James Cameron have already okayed this movie. I don't really know what that means. I haven't liked a James Cameron movie in like 20 years, and I haven't liked a Ridley Scott movie in like 20 years. To me, Ridley Scott's last really great movie was Gladiator. James Cameron, when was True Lies made? Late 90s, maybe? Something like that. I don't think any of them have done anything outstanding in the last 20 years, so whenever I see these headlines of James Cameron approves or Ridley Scott approves, I think, well, okay, I don't really put a lot of merit in that. I appreciate that they, brought these franchises to life, but they've been kind of rough the last few years. So, okay. That's it. Alien Romulus. That's its official title. It's not a working title anymore. It is the title. Alien Romulus. And we here on Pred Alien Dude. Hold on. There we go. We here on... Son of a gun. It works now. Almost landed in my coffee, too. But yes, we here at Pred Alien Dude take Alien Romulus very, very seriously. We take anything alien very seriously. So, again, this wasn't a video, because I know there's a bunch of reaction channels out there right now, and people, I can't stand some of those reaction channels. They're so bubbly, blowing up, and excited about absolutely nothing, and then everybody pretends to know exactly what they're talking about, and they're just talking out of their butts. So, I consider myself a true fan, a real fan. I've been following these movies my entire life. This entire channel is just about this stuff, and I'm really, really excited for August 16th. Releasing in theaters too, I'm really happy they decided to put this in theaters and not throw it on Hulu or whatever they want to do. Sort of what they did with Prey. But there you are, the teaser trailer for Alien Romulus. It's a good year for Alien fans. It's a really good year. Supposedly, we may be getting a teaser for the TV show this year. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe for Alien Day, because it's coming along from what I've heard. So who knows? We may get at least some kind of teaser image for Alien Day. I actually thought this trailer was going to drop for Alien Day, but no. Here we are, a month early. So a bit of a treat. We may get more for this movie on April 26th. Who knows? But until then, I think I'm gonna book it, and maybe I'll start working on shot-by-shot analysis, and we shall go from there. Go check out Trophy Room on Facebook, a Facebook group created by yours truly, made for alien predator collectors like yourselves and like myself. Feel free to post about the movies, the comics, your collection, everything and anything Alien Predator. With only one rule: don't be a dick. We also have the Discord server, Trophy Room, so same name, same rules apply. If you want to post about just about anything from these franchises, you may. We got a bunch of channels in there, even some channels for those of you who collect other stuff like I do. I don't just collect Alien or Predator, so you can hop on in the Discord and post about that stuff. Got good people in there, and it's a great time. And speaking of stuff that I collect besides everything you see around me, I have a brand new YouTube channel, Pred Alien Dude Archives, which shows off just about everything I collect that isn't this stuff. I posted my first video a little while ago on the Mezco Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom set. Had a little bit of a fan's hobby Transformer unboxing in there too, so it was a lot of fun. And I'll leave a link you know where. If you want to go check it out, see what I'm up to when I'm not on this channel, that's the place to go. And I am live every Friday night at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Sanctuary YouTube channel, co-hosting the Spaghetti and Friends toy show. If you stop on by, well, we talk about just about everything pop culture. We talk about a lot of figures, the latest pre-orders, what we've been picking up, the latest trailers, what we've been watching. We have just a great time every Friday. So if you want to stop on by, say hello, and see me in rated R format, well, that's the place to go. And as always, have a good morning, evening, midday, what have you, and take care.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10 minutes. The option to override automatic detonation expires